Because I'd hate to see anything get in the way of the reason you came here.
Nothing could get in the way.
Again, not suspicious at all. Not suspicious at all when she turns and speaks in her villain delivery. Y'all are all seeing this, right? Hello and welcome to my watch of the original supernatural soap opera Dark Shadows. We're up to episode 140. I am Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven. I've got just a little bit of feedback that I want to mention to start this episode. And first of all, I'll say thank you to all of our patrons who are supporting us. If you're watching these on YouTube, you can go over to articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do, not just these Dark Shadows videos, but you do get 5 of these a week instead of 3. All right. I had some pretty good comments on the recent episodes, but here's what I think is the best one. These are the recent episodes that went up on YouTube anyway. We're all the way up to 140. On 124, which just came out a couple of days ago on YouTube, Chris Bronco 8774 says, the daytime Emmys didn't exist until 1974, which accounts for the lack of awards for this show. Joan Bennett was nominated in 68 because the regular Emmys had a daytime category at the time. Chris, that is excellent feedback. That's not even the one that I meant to get to. I didn't know that, though, and I appreciate that. I mean, it makes total sense that the daytime Emmys didn't start, right? But at the same time, yeah, I didn't know that they weren't there. Okay, yeah, this is the one that I meant to say. This is on episode 123 from Chris Bronco. I can't wait for him to get to late 67 when the show actually gets crazy. I got to tell you, Chris, it's getting pretty crazy right now. I am really enjoying this current storyline with Lara, and in particular, I don't know that I would say revelations of last episode, but it does seem like Lara is specifically doing something supernatural in her pursuit of David. So I'm interested to find out more. Let's start watching this show again, folks.
A feeling of love that should draw people together has driven one away to the edge of the precipice.
When I grow up, do you know what I'm gonna do?
Backing up and redoing the end of last episode again.
I'm gonna get on an ocean liner, and I'm going to go all around the world to all the far-off places.
Like they backed way up.
Are you going to Madagascar? Come here.
No!
David, be careful. David, come to me, please.
No! I won't!
David, look out! Come back, David. Come back. Please come to me.
No!
David, come back! David!
Okay. For me, that cold open did not work at all. Okay, first of all, they did all of the choreography better in the previous episode, but they didn't give us anything new there, and they didn't even give us the full emotional weight that it had previously. Blah. You genuinely just have him dangling off the cliff and have some dramatic dialogue for a second.
David, stay where you are. Give me your hand. That's right. Come on.
Man.
It's all right now. Nothing's gonna happen. Oh, Miss Winters. Why did you do that, David?
I don't know.
It was a terrible thing to do. You almost went over.
I was so scared.
What were you scared of? There's nothing to be frightened of, David.
Yes, there is.
What is it?
It's her.
I don't know. There was something about her eyes.
This is the second time you've run away from your mother.
See, okay, you could have made that the cold open. Just make that the cold open. You're not saving... Ugh.
But David, your mother isn't a dream. She's real. She's here. And it's time for you to go to her and give her the love you've both been searching for.
That's a lot to lay on a kid. I mean, first of all, he's literally terrified of this woman. But you're also making him responsible for her, like, emotional stability. Like, don't do that. Don't do that to a child. I don't even like David that much. Y'all making me defend him here.
Mother?
Oh, David, I love you very, very much. More than anything in the whole world.
Will you leave me? I mean, ever.
Not if you don't want me to.
Then you'll stay here?
I'll stay with you forever and ever. We'll always be together. We'll never be separated.
I mean, David needs that. David needs that on the one hand, but also, like, you make that sound very, very creepy, Laura.
But I'll tell you this. I'd like to have seen the Phoenix Tom-Tom, or whatever they call the local paper down there.
What?
Well, last night, Sheriff Patterson made an official visit here.
I just realized it has been a couple of episodes since we'd seen Elizabeth. It's crazy, though, that the sheriff came knocking on the door and she didn't notice. I know it was late at night, but still.
It must have been an awful shock for her.
Yes, she was upset.
When did all this happen?
Apparently the day that she arrived here in Collinsport.
Then she has no place to go back to.
I thought of that, too. I asked her about it, and she said that she hadn't planned to go back to that particular place anyway. She had thought of a better and different place to take David.
How can you be so eager to get rid of your son?
Yeah, that's a good question, Elizabeth. Also, literally, you're handing your son over to this woman who he's been very, very defensive about. And you don't know where she's planning to take your son. Like, you were like, well, you can't go back to your apartment. She's like, I wasn't planning on going there anyway. You were like, oh, well, wonderful. Where is she planning on going?
When David saw his mother, he got petrified. And he started to back away toward the edge of the cliff, and he slipped and nearly went over, but I pulled him up, and it was all right.
Well, how did you manage to get David and his mother together then?
Oh, well, Mrs. Collins broke down, and David felt very ashamed of himself, and he went to her.
Well, apparently it was effective. I'm very pleased with the progress.
Well, I was afraid that David was going to say the same thing that he said the first time he met his mother.
What did he say?
He said that she wasn't his real mother.
What?
Now, Vicky, really, I've asked you not to bring up that nonsense again.
Yeah, okay, but I don't know that Vicky knows that a woman, an unidentified woman, was burned to death in Laura's apartment. This is information that you need to put together, Roger. So you have both pieces of that and have just been dismissing it to get rid of your son and to get rid of Laura out of town so that she can't testify for Burke.
Burke Devlin.
Oh, yes.
I suppose you've heard that he's out to destroy the Collins family and name.
Yes, I have heard something about that.
I know you used to be quite close.
Well, that was a very long time ago. I have no intention of becoming an ally of his.
I'm glad. Because I'd hate to see anything get in the way of the reason you came here.
Nothing could get in the way.
Again, not suspicious at all. Not suspicious at all when she turns and speaks in her villain delivery. Y'all are all seeing this, right?
I asked you not to mention what David said.
I'm sorry, but I just think it's very unusual that David is so positive Mrs. Collins isn't his mother.
It's just his usual hallucination.
Y'all just talking about this kid and he's in the back there like he can't hear you. This room is not that large.
David, come away from the fire. Sit over here. I want to show you something. Now, David, you have been saying some very unpleasant and nice things. You know that.
Unpleasant and nice things? Unpleasant and unnice? Is that what you meant to say? I don't know what you stumbled over yourself there, Raj.
But I want you to look at them very carefully. And tell me once and for all that you have no doubts about your mother coming back home to us.
She is my mother.
Again, not suspicious at all.
Phoenix awakes, begins to sing. And then the sun rises, and the rays become very strong, and they beat down on the dry nest. And slowly it starts to smolder. And the phoenix fans the spark with its wings until the entire nest is ablaze. And the beautiful feathers, they all catch on fire. The whole bird is consumed in flame and burned to ashes. And from these ashes, the phoenix is reborn to live on and spend the next 100 years in paradise.
I mean, it's 500 years at a time, first of all. I will say somebody made a comment on the Phoenix myth. When Laura first brought it up, I had said something about being confused because she said it was Greek or something, and I was like, no, I don't think it is. I think it's this. Let me see if I can find the comment. Aha, here we go. City Dweller. City Dweller 99 on episode 124 says, the Phoenix legend that Laura talks about is believed to originate from both Greek and Egyptian cultures, and I can understand the debate confusion since Alexander the Great did conquer Egypt in the 300 BCs. So it's possible that either he brought the Phoenix myth to Egypt and or he learned about the Phoenix story from the Egyptians and brought it back to Greece. Thank you for straightening that out for me. Also, City Dweller says this new character is the kicking off point to a very memorable story arc that helped establish the new format of Dark Shadows going forward. A perfect combination of supernatural and soap opera. Perfect for that. And I knew that we had a Phoenix comment. Boy, I mean, I like the story of the Phoenix, and that's fascinating. I also wonder, when the Phoenix storyline in the X-Men comics, that doesn't happen until the 70s, right? So genuinely, is this idea of maybe a malevolent being united with a Phoenix, did this come from Dark Shadows? Do we have Jean Grey's Dark Phoenix storyline because of Dark Shadows? All right, good conclusion to the episode. My feedback insert there felt a little anticlimactic since I cut off the finish. Man, what a great way to wrap up a week, though, with 140, right? Okay. Don't forget, if you are not a patron, if you're watching these on YouTube, you can get them early, ad-free, more often, 5 a week instead of 3, over at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. But even if you're not in a position to support the show, go join the Patreon, because you'll hear about announcements, changes to our schedule, events that we're going to be doing. We are going to be in Halloween in New Orleans of 2026, and we're going to be in New Orleans on Halloween of 2026 and Halloween 2027. 2026 is going to be a couple of meetups and a live recording of our show and another podcast. In 2027, though, it's going to be a full convention, including some Dark Shadows content. So we'd love to have you join us in New Orleans for the Great Convergence. All right. Stay tuned. We've got episode 141 coming up for you soon. And until the next time I talk to you, I'm Joel. Thanks for watching the original supernatural soap opera with me, Dark Shadows.